Living here in Alaska, we all recognize the importance of salmon. We fill our freezers with them every single year, but we're not the only ones who subsist off of this. It's incredibly important that we nurture these populations and conserve them as much as possible, because ultimately they're going to be an essential key to how the rest of this ecosystem grows and flourishes around us. My name is Samuel Franklin. I'm a research technician for UAA's Applied Environmental Research Center, the AERC, and I study salmon on Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson. AERC is primarily concerned with collecting, analyzing, and applying a variety of natural and cultural resource data for the efficient management of public lands. We have projects in Alaska, Hawaii, Japan, Korea, and the Pacific Islands, and these projects primarily revolve around both active and former defense sites. So AERC consists of a core group of research technicians, as well as a mix of people involved in our apprenticeship program and some paid participants, primarily students from UAA. Basically, this is a great opportunity for people to learn how to do research, both in the field and in the office, things that are often not taught in the classroom. We're particularly concerned with salmon on Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson because they are a primary element of the Cook Inlet beluga whale's diet. The Cook Inlet beluga whale is one of 5 stocks of beluga whales around Alaska, and there are estimated to be less than 300 remaining. So we're particularly interested in salmon because that is what they eat. The salmon projects that we work on primarily revolve around trying to quantify the number of fish that are moving through the waterways there. We have essentially 3 different sections to this, and we use a variety of different equipment to do this. In Otter Creek, we have something called the Vaki River Watcher. So this is an automated camera system that we have set up to run off of basically car batteries and a solar panel. It allows us to actually take video clips and stills of fish as they move through the camera system. It does, in addition to that, automatically count fish as they move up and downstream through there. Our system at 6 Mile involves just a conventional weir in which, when the fish make their way up the fish ladder, they get trapped against the weir. So they're in this little holding area. We have a sign net that we use to round them up, and then we manually sample them. So this involves taking scales and fin clippings, depending on what we're allowed to do at a given year for genetic sampling. And then the fish that we don't genetically sample, we weigh and we measure and we quantify by species, and we do total counts. And then those fish are subsequently released from the weir on the other side into 6 Mile. So Eagle River itself is a particularly challenging environment. It's very, very cold, it's very, very fast, it's extremely turbid, but there are also large numbers of fish moving up that river. So we're very, very interested in that. The sonars help us get by all these particular quandaries by allowing us to see across the river, and we have 2 of them, so we have one on a higher frequency and one on a lower frequency, and that allows us to capture individual parts in terms of the range. Last year we had a major flooding event which wiped out our entire system on Eagle River, so we were forced, whether or not we were ready for it, to design something new for this. So we partnered with CTC over on UAA to develop a new weir system. So that involved welding up some different aluminum grate panels for the weir itself, and very particularly the most important part was the end piece that housed the sonars. So we came up with a new sort of triangular design that allowed us to ultimately protect the devices better, as well as be more accurate with our counts. Conservation work is some of the most important stuff that we can do, both on military managed lands and on public lands just in general. It's really easy to forget that we're an essential part of this ecosystem all the way around us, and all the way down to the microorganisms beneath our feet. So it's really important to me that we understand that this stuff is going to be around for generations after we're gone, and we want to make sure that it is still there and flourishing when that happens.